You can basically read through the question. What does it say?
So determine the equation of the least squares regression line for the data.
Hmm. But then that's the question. Like, what's the main question? Like from the top.
Oh, I read that one earlier. Hey, the wind speed in kilometers.
I'm sorry. Yeah, go on.
It's okay. The wind speed in kilometer per hour and temperature in degrees Celsius for a certain town were recorded at 4 o'clock for a period of 10 days. The information is shown in the table below.
Mm-hmm.
Then determine the equation of the least squares regression line for the data.
Uh-huh. I get you. Nah, I feel you. I feel you. So yeah,
That
what
was
do
a
you
mouthful.
have you started on the list as regression line work? You have, right?
Yes, I did. So basically your A value is 29,35
Mm-hmm.
and your B value is negative 0,46.
I hear you.
So
I hear you.
therefore it will be Y equals 29,35 minus 0,46x.
I hear you. I hear you. Is that what? So in terms of putting this data in the calculator, right? We know that we need to what do we do again? Like mode table. Is it shift mode? Right? Yeah, I think it's shift mode. Shift mode and table. If I'm not mistaken. And var. I don't know. Not no, a plus b. Like then it allows us to put in two sets of data.
Yes.
Those two sets of data is like this, this. Um, 1.2.1. Yes. So after putting all this data in the calculator, right, for you to get the equation of the least squares regression line, the least squares regression line, the equation is just y is equal to what can I call y is equal to a plus bx. Yeah. And then what is this thing here? What's the thing? So in the calculator, you would press shift stat, the number one button, and then you press
One
shift stat.
again for A.
Yeah, shift stat the number one, and then I think like reg or something. And
Yes,
then
number
press
5.
A, then you do it again, and you press B. What is A?
A is 29,35.
B?
And B is negative 0,46.
There we go. That's the way. I like it. Y is equal to 29.35 minus 0.46, and then X. And then what is this thing here? Yeah, and we can move on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Copy and paste, 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 crop, 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 crop. No, 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 no. There we go. 1.2.2 says predict the temperature at 4 if on a certain day the wind speed at this town was 9 kilometers per hour. So yeah, what would we do for 1.2.2?
Um, that one is a good question.
Because remember, we have an equation that can give us what they're asking for. Because normally, if they want to predict, that's what this question is. That's what this equation is used for. Is because this equation tells you that if you have x, that's mainly like wind speed. Y is more like temperature. So here, if they're giving you a specific wind speed, right, then they're
Wouldn't
almost
you,
giving you a value of x so that you can get a
yeah,
value of
so
y.
wouldn't you put in 9 in X?
Yeah, you would. Y equals
Okay.
9. Yeah, no, damn. Look at you. Look at you doing what you gotta do. Doing what you gotta do. X is what now? X is
No.
after
Mm,
putting all this in the calculator, what do you get?
that shall give you 25.21.
Great, great, great. Okay, let us carry on. Leave it there. Leave it
Yeah.
there. Leave it there, 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 there. And leave it there. Mhm. Dun, 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 dun. Yes, we need to do 1.2.3. Um, interpret the value of b in this equation in the context of the data. Yeah, so this kind of a format, right? What kind of an equation does this remind you of? What
Um,
kind of a graph does it remind you of?
parabola?
This equation. So the
No.
parabola is quadratic.
Y A mx plus c.
Yes. So you're telling us that. Yeah. I was like, wait, what? Parabola? No. No way. No way. See?
I had to think there. Parabola doesn't look like that.
Yeah. Definitely don't look like that, but anyways, so I was then now, what's that thing now? I need to, yeah. So from here, what do you think B would be representing?
Well, you would have to analyze the graph because they're
Well,
asking you to interpret
yeah.
the
True.
value of B.
Yeah. Sorry to cut you off. Before we worry about interpreting the value of B based on the actual data, remember B is in a place where what would be if we were talking about a straight line graph, like B would represent the what in this equation. It's an equation of a straight line. So B would represent the what of that straight line.
Yes.
Because remember this format, you can even write it like this. So what would B
Bx
be?
plus well,
What does it
B
represent?
is a negative 0.46.
Yes, but then what does it tell you about this line?
As your gradient.
Gradient. That's the word we're looking for, gradient. So what we know is B gives us an idea of the gradient, right? So when you're thinking of it in the context of the data, uh, we want to think to ourselves, remember, if B is a negative, it means that if you were to plot what you may call, if you were to plot, what is this thing here? One, two. If you were to plot data on this, Cartesian plane before, right? Your data would look something like this. Um, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So your data, we know it would look something like this because the value of b is a minus. It means your data is like going down like that. So remember, if they say interpret the value of b. So what you know is, remember, this is like the x-axis, this is like the y-axis. The x-axis is telling us the wind speed, remember?
Yeah.
And then the y-axis is telling us what again? The temperature. You see, the one is telling you temperature, the other is telling you wind speed. So what you know is, when they're saying interpret the value of b, so you can firstly say how b is a negative value, and then you can say how if the wind speed increases, the temperature decreases. You see, because as your wind speed is increasing here, the temperature is dropping. You see, that's what they want you to refer to. Now b is helping you because b is telling you that you're going to be having a negative gradient, a downward slope kind of thing. That's where the interpretation of B comes in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with all this being said, let me see here. So those are the words we can use, right? The words we can use here is as, because we can say B is negative. So as the wind speed increases, the temperature decreases. There we go. Is that
Yeah.
good? Nice, nice.
That
So
makes sense.
yeah, that's the way we like it. Image, file, modified, like this. Wait, which picture are we on? Should be on this one now, right?
Yeah, we're on that one.
Page number 2.
The
Wait,
fun one.
do you mind checking on in the table of context what this is from? Like which past paper this is?